Welcome to my channel. Have you ever found yourself stuck in life, constantly wishing for change but never taking the steps to make it happen? What if I told you that the secret to a better life lies in the small actions you take every day? Today, we're diving into the power of taking action, how even the tiniest step forward can change your life for the better. Are you ready to break free from the cycle of waiting and start making progress today? Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll see how to stop dreaming and start doing. Chapter 1: The Power of Now. Why Waiting is a Mistake. In this chapter, we'll explore why waiting for the perfect moment is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who stay stuck is how they use that time. The key is simple. Stop waiting. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. It might feel good in the moment to put things off, telling yourself that tomorrow is a better day to start, or that you'll feel more motivated later. But every time you delay, you're pushing your goals further and further away. What you don't realize is that tomorrow never really comes. It's always just out of reach, and if you keep waiting for it, you'll never take action. The truth is, there's never going to be a perfect moment to start. The stars will never align, and the conditions will never be just right. Life is unpredictable, and time keeps moving forward whether you're ready or not. If you wait for the perfect time, you might find yourself waiting forever. But here's the good news. You don't need a perfect moment to take action. You just need to take the first step, no matter how small it may seem. Small actions taken consistently create momentum that builds over time. And it's this momentum that will carry you to your goals. When you start right now, even if it's just a tiny step, you're already moving forward. You're setting yourself up for future success. The first step is the most important because it's what gets you started. Every step you take after that brings you closer to where you want to be. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to start. By taking action now, you're not waiting for things to magically happen. You're creating your own opportunities. You're taking control of your future. Every small action, no matter how insignificant it seems in the moment, is part of a bigger picture. It all adds up. So, the best time to start? Right now. Don't let waiting hold you back. Every day you delay, you're letting time slip through your fingers. Instead, take the first step. Even if it's small, it's still progress. And that's how change begins. Chapter 2: The first step is always the hardest. How to overcome fear and doubt. Fear is a natural part of the process, and in this chapter, we'll address how fear and self-doubt often paralyze us. The idea of failure can keep us from taking that first step towards something new. We've all been there, facing something uncertain, something that feels risky. The fear of failing, the fear of the unknown, the fear of not being good enough. All of these can prevent us from moving forward. But here's the truth. Fear is not something to avoid. It's something to understand and use to our advantage. Fear is a signal that you're on the edge of growth. It's a reminder that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into new territory. That feeling you get when you're about to take the first step towards something big? That's fear. And instead of letting it stop you, you need to see it for what it really is: an opportunity for growth. When fear shows up, it's often because you're on the verge of something important, something that will challenge you, teach you, and ultimately help you move closer to your goals. The first step, no matter how small, is always the hardest. We hesitate, we doubt ourselves, and we wonder if we'll fail. But the truth is, no one has all the answers when they start something new. The people who succeed aren't the ones who have it all figured out from the beginning. They're the ones who take that first step anyway. They move forward, even with the fear. They take action, even when they're unsure. So, how do you push past that fear and take the first step? It's all about reframing fear. Instead of seeing it as a reason to stop, start seeing it as a reason to go. When you feel afraid, it means you're about to do something important. It means you're about to grow. And growth happens when we move through fear, not around it. One effective way to overcome fear and self-doubt is to start with a small action. If the idea of taking a giant leap feels overwhelming, break it down. What's one tiny thing you can do today to get started? It could be as simple as researching, making a phone call, or writing down your thoughts. The point is to do something, anything, that takes you one step closer to your goal. By starting small, you reduce the anxiety that often comes with the big leap, and you build confidence with each step. Another important strategy is to challenge the negative thoughts that fuel self-doubt. We all have that inner voice that tells us we're not good enough or that we'll fail. But what if you stopped listening to that voice? What if you replaced "I can't" with "I will try"? Self-doubt is normal, but it doesn't have to control you. Remember, no one is perfect, and everyone feels unsure at times. The key is to act in spite of those feelings. As you take small steps, celebrate each one. Reflect on how far you've come and use those small wins as motivation to keep going. Every step you take is progress. And even if you stumble, remember, failure is not the end. It's just another part of the journey, a lesson that brings you closer to success. So, what's the takeaway from this chapter? Fear and self-doubt are part of the process. They don't have to hold you back. In fact, they can be the very thing that pushes you forward. The key to overcoming fear is to take that first step, no matter how small, and use fear as fuel for growth. When you push past that fear, you'll find that you're capable of so much more than you ever imagined. In the next chapter, we'll explore how small actions lead to big results, and why consistency is the true key to lasting change. But for now, remember, fear is not the enemy. It's a sign that you're on the right path. So, take that first step today. Chapter 3. Break the habit of inaction. Building a routine that supports your goals. In this chapter, we focus on how building a routine is crucial to success. It's easy to get excited about a new goal, especially when the idea is fresh and the possibilities feel endless. But let's be real. Excitement fades. The initial spark of motivation can burn out quickly, leaving you wondering why you're not making progress. This is where consistency becomes the game changer. Consistency is what turns small actions into big results. Without it, your goals will remain just dreams. With it, you'll begin to see real, measurable progress. The secret to consistent action lies in the routine you build. You don't need to do everything at once, but you do need to show up every day. Even on the days when you don't feel like it, when motivation is low, and when it seems easier to give up, that's when your routine becomes your anchor. By making small, consistent efforts, you create a path to success that doesn't rely on fleeting bursts of energy or enthusiasm. Start by identifying the habits that will help you achieve your goals. What are the small actions you can take each day that will bring you closer to where you want to be? If your goal is to get fit, that could be as simple as committing to a 20-minute workout every day. If your goal is to write a book, it could be writing 500 words daily. The key is to make those habits so simple that you can't help but do them. You're not trying to overhaul your life all at once. You're making small, manageable changes that will add up over time. Next, it's important to prioritize your most important tasks. What's the one thing you can do each day that will bring you closest to your goal? Make that your first task of the day. Research shows that the first few hours of your day set the tone for the rest of it. If you start your day with something aligned with your goals, you're more likely to carry that momentum throughout the day. Whether it's reading for 30 minutes, practicing a skill, or working on a project, starting your day with purpose helps you stay focused and productive. But what happens when distractions creep in? We live in a world full of interruptions. Emails, phone calls, social media notifications, and all of these can derail your focus. In order to stay on track, you need to minimize distractions as much as possible. One way to do this is by scheduling time to focus. Set aside dedicated time for deep work, where you can concentrate on your goals without distractions. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and let others know that you need this time to focus. Another helpful strategy is to use the Pomodoro technique, working in focused 25-minute intervals with a 5-minute break in between. This method helps you stay engaged and energized, preventing burnout and keeping your mind sharp. You'd be surprised at how much you can accomplish in just 25 minutes of focused work. But even with a solid routine, there will be days when motivation wanes. And that's okay. Motivation is not the key to success. Discipline is. This is where momentum comes in. As you take small actions every day, you start to build momentum. At first, it may feel like you're barely moving, but over time, those small steps add up. And once you have momentum, it becomes easier to keep going. It's like pushing a snowball up a hill. At first, it's hard, but as it gains speed, it keeps rolling on its own. It's also important to celebrate small wins along the way. Don't wait until you've achieved your big goal to feel proud of yourself. Every step forward is progress, and it's important to acknowledge that. Whether it's completing a task, sticking to your routine for a week, or hitting a milestone, take time to celebrate. This reinforces the positive behaviors and keeps you motivated to continue. Now, let's talk about the importance of flexibility. Life happens, and sometimes you won't be able to stick to your routine perfectly. Maybe you miss a workout or forget to write for a day. That's okay. The key is not to get discouraged or quit entirely. Be kind to yourself and adjust as needed. Remember, consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up again and again, even when things don't go as planned. So, how can you break the habit of inaction? Start by building a routine that aligns with your goals. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Prioritize your most important tasks, minimize distractions, and celebrate small wins. And when motivation fades, remember that momentum is your best friend. It's the small, consistent actions you take each day that will ultimately bring you closer to your dreams. By the end of this chapter, you'll realize that success is not about giant leaps. It's about taking small steps, day after day, and turning those actions into lasting results. Consistency is the bridge that takes you from where you are now to where you want to be. So, start building your routine today and watch how it transforms your journey toward success. Chapter 4. Stop blaming. Start taking responsibility. How accountability changes everything. In this chapter, we'll talk about the importance of taking full responsibility for your actions. Blaming external factors is easy. It's often the default response when things aren't going the way we want. Whether it's blaming our upbringing, the economy, our job, or even other people, pointing fingers feels like a way to avoid responsibility. But here's the truth. Blaming others doesn't solve anything. In fact, it only keeps you stuck in a cycle of helplessness, where you feel like a victim of circumstances rather than the creator of your own destiny. When you take responsibility for your actions, you take control of your life. This mindset shift is crucial if you want to move forward. Instead of waiting for the world to change around you, you become the change. When you stop blaming and start taking responsibility, you shift from a passive observer to an active participant in your own life. This shift is the first step toward empowerment. Taking full responsibility means acknowledging that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you can control how you respond. Your thoughts, your decisions, and your actions are yours to choose. Whether you're dealing with failure, setbacks, or challenges, how you respond will determine your path forward. The moment you stop blaming and start taking responsibility is the moment you stop giving away your power. One of the most powerful ways to take control of your life is through accountability. Accountability is a tool that forces you to take ownership of your goals and actions. It stops you from making excuses and helps you stay on track, even when things get tough. When you're accountable to yourself, you stop waiting for someone else to make things happen for you. You become the driving force behind your success. So, how can you hold yourself accountable? One of the first steps is to set clear goals. When your goals are specific and measurable, you give yourself a roadmap for success. But setting goals is only part of the equation. You also need to track your progress. Regularly check in with yourself to assess where you are and what you need to do to keep moving forward. This ongoing self-assessment helps you stay focused and prevents you from losing sight of your objectives. Another way to build accountability is by sharing your goals with others. External accountability, like telling a friend, family member, or mentor about your plans, creates an additional layer of responsibility. When you know someone else is aware of your goals and is checking in on your progress, it adds a level of commitment that you might not have if you're doing it alone. Sharing your goals with others helps you stay motivated and reinforces your commitment to making progress. But it's not just about telling others what you plan to do. It's about creating a system where others can help keep you on track. You can set up regular check-ins where you share updates on your progress, ask for feedback, or even seek advice. This creates a support system that holds you accountable and provides guidance when you need it most. Accountability also means owning up to your mistakes and learning from them. No one is perfect, and you're going to face challenges along the way. But instead of blaming external factors or making excuses, take responsibility for your actions. When things don't go as planned, reflect on what went wrong and what you can do differently next time. Embrace mistakes as opportunities for growth. The more you take responsibility for your actions, the more you'll learn and the closer you'll get to your goals. A great way to practice accountability is by setting up rewards and consequences. When you meet a goal or make progress, reward yourself. This positive reinforcement helps you stay motivated and reinforces the behaviors that lead to success. On the flip side, if you don't meet your goals, consider setting consequences that will motivate you to do better next time. Whether it's taking a break from something you enjoy or committing to extra work, consequences can serve as a reminder that actions have results. Ultimately, taking responsibility for your actions is the key to unlocking your full potential. When you stop blaming others and start taking responsibility for your choices, you regain control of your life. You stop waiting for things to change around you and start making things happen. Accountability, both to yourself and others, is a powerful tool that will keep you on track and motivated as you work toward your goals. So, what's the takeaway from this chapter? Blaming external factors keeps you stuck in a victim mentality, but taking responsibility puts you in the driver's seat of your life. Accountability empowers you to stop waiting for change and start making it happen. Whether you hold yourself accountable or involve others in your journey, accountability is the key to progress. By taking responsibility for your actions, you take control of your destiny. So stop blaming and start taking responsibility. Your future self will thank you for it. Chapter 5. Small Actions, Big Results, How Consistency Leads to Transformation. In this chapter, we will dive deeper into how small, consistent actions can lead to big transformations. The secret to achieving your goals isn't about taking giant leaps or making big, dramatic changes. The key to success lies in the simple, everyday actions you take. It's about doing the little things consistently that will add up over time and lead to extraordinary results. Think of it like planting a seed. At first, it's just a tiny, insignificant thing, but when you water it, nourish it, and care for it every day, that small seed grows into something much bigger, something you can't even imagine at the start. Your goals are the same way. Each small step you take is like watering that seed. It might seem like nothing at first, but when done consistently, those small actions will compound and lead to massive success. The power of consistency is often overlooked. We live in a world where instant results are expected. Social media, advertising, and quick-fix solutions can trick us into thinking that success should come fast. But real, lasting success doesn't work that way. It's about making small, deliberate actions each day, no matter how insignificant they might seem in the moment. For example, think about someone who wants to get in shape. The idea of running a marathon can be overwhelming, but breaking it down into manageable steps makes it achievable. Instead of focusing on running 26 miles at once, they might start by running just 10 minutes a day. It's not much, but over time, those 10 minutes add up, and soon they are running longer distances without even realizing it. Through consistency, they've transformed their fitness level, step by step. This same concept applies to any goal. Whether you want to write a book, learn a new skill, or build a business, the key is taking small, consistent actions each day. You don't need to do everything at once, and you don't need to see immediate results. The process is about steady, incremental progress. Take the example of successful people like J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She didn't become a world-famous author overnight. She wrote every day, even when she was rejected multiple times by publishers. But she kept going. She stayed consistent, and over time, that consistency led to the success she's now known for. Her story shows that small actions, like writing just a few pages a day, can compound and lead to something extraordinary. Another example is someone starting a business. They don't build a successful company in a day. They start by making a plan, taking one small step at a time, creating a website, setting up social media accounts, reaching out to customers. Each action might feel small and insignificant, but over time, those small steps add up, and soon the business is thriving. Consistency isn't just about the actions you take. It's about showing up, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It's easy to take action when you're motivated, but the real test of success is pushing forward when motivation fades. That's when consistency becomes your ally. On days when you feel uninspired or tired, it's the small routine actions that will keep you moving forward. It's about building habits that work for you, even when motivation isn't there. Let's not forget that consistency isn't always perfect. There will be days when you slip up or fall behind, and that's okay. The key is to keep going, no matter how small the step. Even when you miss a day or make a mistake, you're still ahead of where you were yesterday because you didn't quit. Consistency is about showing up and doing the work, even when it's tough, and understanding that every step forward counts. To truly understand the power of small actions, think about compound interest. In finance, compound interest is the process where the money you earn grows exponentially over time. Small, consistent deposits in an account grow into large sums over years. Your actions work the same way. Every little effort compounds over time, and eventually, those small actions lead to big results. So, what's the takeaway from this chapter? Small actions done consistently are the key to transformation. The big results you're hoping for won't happen overnight, but if you focus on making small progress every day, you'll be amazed at how far you can go. Don't get discouraged by the size of the goal. Just focus on the next small step and keep moving forward. Over time, those small steps will add up to big success. In the next chapter, we'll explore how reflecting on your journey and adjusting your approach can help you stay on track, even when challenges arise. But for now, remember, consistency is the key to turning your dreams into reality. Keep taking small actions and watch how they compound into extraordinary results. Chapter 6: The Power of Reflection and Adjustment: How to Keep Moving Forward. The final chapter will focus on the importance of reflection and adjustment. Taking action isn't just about moving forward blindly without thinking. It's about constantly checking in with yourself, assessing your progress, and making adjustments when necessary. In the pursuit of your goals, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle, but regular reflection is crucial to ensure that the actions you're taking are still leading you in the right direction. We often focus so much on moving forward that we forget to pause and assess where we are. Reflection helps you step back and take stock of your progress, giving you the opportunity to understand what's working and what's not. It's like checking the map while on a road trip. If you keep driving without checking whether you're on the right route, you might end up far from your destination. Similarly, reflecting on your journey keeps you aligned with your goals and ensures that you're still on the right path. So, how do you go about reflecting on your progress? Start by regularly asking yourself a few simple questions. Where am I now compared to where I started? Have I made progress toward my goals? What actions have brought me closer to success, and which ones have been less effective? These questions allow you to take a step back and evaluate whether your current actions are truly taking you closer to your desired outcome. One of the biggest benefits of reflection is that it gives you the opportunity to learn from your mistakes. We all make them, sometimes even repeatedly. But mistakes aren't failures. They're lessons in disguise. By reflecting on what went wrong, you can identify the root causes and find ways to improve. Maybe you missed a deadline because of poor time management or failed at a task because you didn't plan properly. Instead of dwelling on these setbacks, ask yourself, what can I do differently next time? What can I learn from this experience? Reflection is also a powerful tool for refining your approach. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to adjust your strategy. Flexibility is a key ingredient in success. If you find that certain actions aren't bringing the desired results, make small changes and experiment with new approaches. It's essential to stay adaptable, as sticking rigidly to a strategy that isn't working is a surefire way to stay stuck. For example, imagine you've been working on a fitness goal and, despite consistent effort, aren't seeing the progress you expected. Through reflection, you might realize that your workout routine is too intense, or that your diet isn't properly supporting your exercise. Instead of giving up, you can adjust your plan by incorporating more rest, changing your routine, or making healthier food choices. Reflection allows you to assess what's not working and make informed adjustments, so you keep moving forward. Another essential aspect of reflection is tracking your progress. Keeping a journal, whether it's about your fitness journey, business growth, or personal development, allows you to look back and see how far you've come. Writing down your thoughts, challenges, and wins gives you clarity and helps you stay motivated. When you can see the progress you've made, no matter how small, it gives you the strength to keep pushing forward. Reflection also helps prevent burnout. When you're working hard toward a goal, it's easy to get caught up in the grind and lose sight of why you started in the first place. Taking the time to reflect helps you reconnect with your purpose and reignites your passion. It reminds you of the bigger picture and reinforces why your goals matter. This can be especially helpful on the days when motivation is low, as it reminds you that your efforts are building towards something meaningful. But reflection alone isn't enough. You also need to take action based on what you learn. Reflection is most powerful when it leads to adjustments that improve your strategy and results. When you reflect, make sure to translate those insights into concrete actions. Don't just think about what went wrong. Use that knowledge to make smarter decisions and stay on track. In the journey toward your goals, setbacks and mistakes are inevitable. But when you reflect on them and adjust your approach, they become stepping stones rather than obstacles. By constantly refining your strategy and staying flexible, you can keep the momentum going and stay aligned with your vision. So, what's the takeaway from this chapter? Reflection and adjustment are essential to staying on track and moving forward. By regularly assessing your progress, learning from your mistakes, and making necessary changes, you can ensure that your actions are always leading you in the right direction. Reflection is a powerful tool for maintaining momentum, staying adaptable, and aligning your efforts with your goals. Keep reflecting, keep adjusting, and keep moving forward, and you'll find that your journey will be much more successful and fulfilling. This chapter wraps up our exploration of the power of taking action. I hope that by now, you understand how important it is to take small, consistent steps, embrace the lessons from failure, and stay adaptable as you move toward your goals. Keep going. You're on the right path. And there you have it. 6 powerful ways to stop waiting and start taking action right now. The road to success is paved with small, consistent steps, and every moment you wait is a moment lost. So, what are you waiting for? Take that first step today and watch how your life begins to change. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Keep taking action, and remember, you have the power to change your life, one step at a time.